Sun is coming up, are you ready to go? We can take a ride, we can take it slow. Your will is my law, I'ma let you be the boss. Cause I'll go where you go. Out. Be free with me. Let's be free.
So yes, we are on our last day, day 14, breakfast. They sent me the wrong stuff. They tried to fob me off with that fried rice. Looked awful. Called up reception. And this kind of proved my point that you can see this is actually hot. It's got no eggs in it for some reason, which I'm happy about. But yeah, this is actually steaming hot. You can see the steam coming off it. There's no justification for food here to be cold. I'm sorry, there really isn't. So, but I'm not going to moan. Last day, out of here tomorrow morning. So, you know, all is good. Hopefully they watch this and they learn from it once I post it up. And yeah, but we got the soup. Let me have a look at it. Seen it a few times, and then I'll come back. So yeah, breakfast all done. Was really nice and hot actually. Took me a little while to eat because it's too hot. I had to leave it for a bit. But it wasn't bad. I added the chilies in from yesterday's food, which added a bit of spice to it. Overall, it was just nice really to have it hot rather than room temperature. But not bad, a bit watery, but not too bad. So it's my last day. Here's lunch. We have green Thai curry. Got an egg from 3 days ago. Bit of veg here. And then obviously the broth. Don't really fancy this, to be honest with you. I'm happy, looking forward to get out now, eat some real foods. I don't really want this average Thai food, if I'm totally honest with you. I'll give it a little taste just so I can give it a score, but I'm probably going to hit a pot noodle or one of these noodle pots right here, because they do taste pretty nice. But other than that, I'm not too worried. I'll just enjoy some decent food tomorrow. So yeah, I had a little taste just so I can come back to you guys. Remember this one from before? You remember when cabbage soup saves your meal? Yeah, that was the one from last week. As I said, didn't fancy having average cooked rice. Didn't taste great. And then the broth, this wasn't as good as last week either. Didn't try the veg, just don't really fancy. My mindset now is being out of here and tasting some decent food and some good food with a beer. So, you know, I think that probably happens once you get your test result and you pack your bags and you're ready to go, which I've done now. So, yeah, going to skip this one and may even do the same thing for dinner, but I will give this one a score. So, yes, we have made it. It's my last evening here in quarantine. I am happy, I can tell you that much. Maybe I don't look like it, you know, but, you know, definitely am. I had breakfast, lunch. Dinner will be along shortly. I just really want to sit down and just really run through, you know, with yourselves. Am I happy? Was I happy? You know, place I chose. What was good about this place? You know, what wasn't so good? And yeah, and how is quarantine? So, you know, I'll start off with that really. And quarantine, I don't think it's really too bad. As I said before though, this outside space I'm in now, wouldn't be able to do this video out here if it wasn't for having this balcony, and I do think that's important to me personally, and if you're a smoker, definitely important. So that's one thing I would personally have, outside space. I think a lot of people do agree with that. So the positive things we'll start off with in terms of this hotel. Now the bed, although the first few days you might not believe it, you know, actually ended up being fairly comfortable. Certainly not 5-star, not, you know, memory foam or anything like that. You know, it's a good bed. Not great, but it's a good bed. Same with the bathroom. The bathroom's very spacious. The shower, the bath, very good. The water pressure could be a bit higher, same as I said before. But yeah, wouldn't really change that. Definitely acceptable. Storage space. I haven't actually turned the TV on at all. PowerPoints, there's ones there. This outside space, you know, you could really do with some sort of sofa or something like that. You could chill on, relax. That would make it a lot better. So, you know, if the hotel is actually listening out here, you know, that's something that will make this place a lot better. But overall, you know, for what you pay, this is a good hotel. But, and the one big but you'll probably know it's going to be, The food. Now, though the food is cooked okay, it's bought at random times. The last 3 nights I've had, last two nights, and I think this will be a third night, it's come a lot later. So, you get it very early. You get your breakfast about 7:30, maybe 8 o'clock at the latest. And then you get your lunch at 11:30. And then, if you're not getting dinner until like 7 o'clock, it's quite a big time frame between there. Not really fair. What I prefer is it sort of comes at 8 o'clock, 8:30, 12:31, and then maybe like 6:37 would be a nice way to space it out. That's one thing I would do. But the major thing is, the food needs to be hot. Now, you saw last night, when they messed up my order, and the 2 times they've messed up my order, this morning you saw, and when they messed up my dinner order, the food's come piping hot, too hot to almost eat. And that means they can do it. And that's probably the biggest disappointment I'm going to take away from this, is that they can serve good food, they can serve hot food, but they don't. They choose not to. And I don't understand that at all. The staff here are great, very helpful, very polite, take you to and from wherever you need to go. Some more information when you check in as well, in terms of booking the outside space, what's going to happen, and all those bits and pieces. Just more information would be very, very helpful. But I think a lot of ASQs are like that. They don't give you a great deal of information. I didn't find out till almost the end how to book round the pool, and then you have to obviously book it for the following day, and then my app wouldn't actually work. So all of that you have to ask. So before you go choose your ASQ, ask them lots of questions, and then when you get here, also ask them lots of questions. I've picked up the phone many times, spoken to reception, been very helpful in terms of this, and if you need them, they are there for you. So and that's what you're paying for. You are paying for service. Have seen other hotels, that have absolutely fantastic food, but you're going to pay a big premium for that. And if you want to do that and you can afford to do that, fine. If you can't afford this level either, and you can think you can get away with outside space, you can also get it for a lot cheaper. It all depends on what you can justify spending on an ASQ. Have the 5-star luxury, have the outside space, spend 100,000, 150,000 baht if you want to. Spend 50,000 like I have, and I view this as acceptable, other than the food side of it, and that's mainly just down to it being cold and some of the quality. And then, if you can't afford this, then go cheaper, and maybe ask if they do Food Panda or Food Grab then, and then you can just pay a little bit more then, a day, and you can still get food at 1-2 meals a day, or you can order 7-Eleven stuff as well. It all depends on that budget. That budget really is your starting point of how to pick the quarantine. But I want to mainly focus on this place, and I'd like to say thank you to them for having me here and looking after me here. I've had no food poisoning or anything like that. The air conditioning's good, been very comfortable in terms of sleeping, in terms of temperature, and the bed, like I said, the pillows are very comfortable. The bed is okay, but it's kind of what I expected. And overall, the food's been as bad as I thought it was going to be, and I hoped it would be a bit better. The room's just as I thought it was going to be, other than this outside space not having like a sofa or something, because that's what the pictures show. Sofa outside to chill on and relax. But overall, what I prepared myself for is almost exactly what I got. And that's the thing, you do have to prepare yourself completely for this experience. I cannot wait to get out of here, get to Disneyland, enjoy myself and enjoy my holiday. That's the reason why I came out here, is because not for this 2 weeks. This 2 weeks is not fun. But like I said before, the time I've spent in the UK, I didn't enjoy a second of that either for most of 2020. So, I would say it's definitely worth doing 2-week quarantine if you're going to come out for 2 months. Would I do it for a month or less? Probably not. Some people are talking about doing 2 weeks for the 30-day visa, which is a walk-in visa. I probably wouldn't do it for that, because it's not much fun unless you're going to go high-end luxury, and then it's going to cost you a fortune. But yeah, this sort of level and then doing it for 2 months, definitely think it's worthwhile. You're not doing that much in the UK or US or Europe or wherever you're from. That's the thing, so restrictions are so high there now that getting away, even in just enjoying the good weather in the winter period, I think is definitely worthwhile. That's just me. Whatever you do is entirely up to yourself. Everything I've said on this video is just, information to try and help people. Don't take any of it as, oh, this is definitely what's going to happen. Things can change. And here, the food one day is good, one day is pretty terrible, even almost unedible. But you've seen that day by day with myself. So that's going to be all I'm going to talk about. I will join you tomorrow. I'll show you dinner. But I'll join you tomorrow when I leave here and I'm on my way to Pattaya. So join me then after I've checked out, after I've escaped the asylum, and we are going to Disneyland. Yes, you are incredible, and I will see you in the morning. So yep, here we go. It's dinner, my last day. And if you like breaded chicken and rice with veg, maybe a mayo dip of some sort, then this is the one for you. Not really my favourite food. Don't think you'll be seeing me eating much of this outside of quarantine, but we'll give it a try anyway. I'll give it a whirl and come back to you. Okay, so that's dinner done. It wasn't great. That was garlic mayo. I had it with the rice. Did go to eat some of the chicken, and just didn't seem cooked properly. Me didn't want to risk it on my last day. Veg was cold. I had a bit of garlic mayo with the rice, a bit strange, wouldn't normally have that as a meal. Some people might, but add a couple of spoonfuls of rice, just to keep me going, and then I'll get some decent food once we're in Pattaya.
Things you try are things that you won't regret.